How's everything going? I hope everybody's well. Today, as promised, Ask the Hairdresser. I've actually had quite a few questions different to normal, which is probably due to, well, definitely due to the fact that super lockdown and everybody's confused in what to do with their hair as well as everything else in life. First of all, I want to say thank you to everybody for asking me the questions and being so supportive over this time. If you have any videos that you want to see, anything you want to ask me in future, please feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to do more of these as time goes on. Hopefully the lockdown will be over, but throughout and into the new year, mid-year, feels like a new year, then yeah, we'll continue these on. So, first question number one, and I'm going to kind of paraphrase it because it's a long phrase and it's a kind of a two-part, is what to do about your hair if you've been highlighting it and you've now, obviously you can't do it and you can't do it yourself. For the record, do not bleach your own hair. Just don't. That's a terrible, terrible idea and will end up badly. Yeah, just don't. So what you can do, I've got a friend who uses talcum powder just to kind of lighten it up. So if you're taking a photo or if you're going out a little bit, tiny bit of white powder will actually kind of take the edge off a little bit. Now the actual question I'm asked here, which is the second part, is lemon juice a good idea? Now, putting lemon juice in your hair will slightly lighten your hair. How it works is the acidity of it is more acidic than your hair itself, so it will open the cuticle, allowing it to oxygenate, which will allow it to slightly go lighter. Now, depending on how light you are, depends on how much it will lift. It will only lift like half a shade, so it's just going to take the edges off. It also depends on where you put it. So on my ends, if I was to put lemon juice all over my hair and sit out in the sun all day, my ends, which are more porous and have less cuticle, will lighten obviously more than my roots. So for highlighted hair, it's probably not going to make too much of a difference, especially if you've got a naturally dark base. Also, you have the risk of going yellow. If I was to put it on my hair, it would go a really warm colour because it wouldn't have the power to lift the hair more than half a shade, so it would just go yellow basically, or orangey. So it depends on what colour highlights you've got. You're never going to get an ashy colour. You're never going to get it lighter than half a shade. So unless you're very, very fair, it's not going to be worth it. It won't necessarily damage the hair, but the acidity will open up the cuticle. So if you keep doing it, it will aggravate your scalp and it will aggravate the hair eventually. I've seen people do it on holidays and stuff and it looks great, so I wouldn't say don't ever try it, but you're not going to get a full highlighted blonde hair from it because that's never going to happen. Question 2. This person has dark hair, but it's the same kind of thing. It's about roots. Should I embrace the grey or should I try and dye it myself? Now, it depends on what you've been doing in the past. If you've got a professional to do your colour and you don't know what colour it is, then embrace your grey. If you've always used packet dye and you are amazing at application, then yes, obviously you can continue. I wouldn't do it personally. I wouldn't change from a professional hair colour to a box dye because they're completely different in their application. The professionalism of them, actually, they'll pick out just your roots so they won't overlap. And if you overlap colour, it's going to go black. It will just keep on, it's be like painting a wall. You just keep on putting that pigment on, it's going to go black and you'll end up with a black band, which is a nightmare to get out. And will cost a fortune in colour correction. So it's actually better not to you don't save money by doing that. It's a false economy. Yeah, also then you have to pick the exact shade, and a dark brown that you think you are is not the dark brown that's in the packet. So I'm always a bit wary about box dyes. Like I say, if you've used them for years, amazing, go ahead, go mental for it. But if you're swapping from professional onwards, I would just embrace the grey. However, on that, this kind of leads to question 3, which is how to style your hair when you're growing it out. If there's one fashion I really want or really think that should come back, it is silk scarves. I think they look so cool. They're a way of like putting a different colour. You can use a different colour every time. You can really dress yourself up. You can tie them in different ways. They hide your roots and they hide out grown out fringes. So by putting like a headband in with a silk scarf, can get rid of that kind of mullety feeling if you've got short hair, and gets rid of that fringe, gets it out of your eyes, and you can look. You don't have to go like super 1950s with it, but you can just have a collection of like, I think Phoebe's got like a peach one, a dark blue one, and a couple of others, which is just really nice to just add a little pop of colour to if you're just wearing a black outfit, or if you're sat around the house and you're going to go to the shops for your one shopping trip a week or a day. Question 4, short and sweet one. Should I cut my own hair? No. No, you shouldn't. You've come this far, don't bother. Just do not bother. I don't think you should cut your own hair unless you're a hairdresser. In fact, I actually spoke to one of my really good friends who's a fucking awesome hairdresser. I don't know if I've told you this before. And she found it a lot more difficult than what she was expecting to. And she's good and a professional. Yeah, if you haven't got scissors as well, kitchen scissors are terrible. They're just just don't do it. And that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be posting this on YouTube and Instagram, probably on my website as well, just as my blog piece. Yeah, stay tuned for more. If you have any more ideas, hairdressers, hit me up of what you're up to, and would love to start a conversation now. If you have any questions about hair, what you're doing with your hair, or how to style your hair, or anything at all, please hit me up. If you want to see any more videos of how to style your hair, I'm more than happy to do that. And that is it. Take care, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll see you soon.